Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite paranormal investigator. My name's Tim Sedano, and this is Paranormal Insight. On today's show, we have my phone going off in the background. Sorry about that. There's a little bit of a cut and a fuffle happening with scheduling. So we're going to have a surprise guest today, and here he is right now. So without further ado, Tim, I hope you're ready. It's another Tim, just P.S. Please welcome Tim to the show.
How are you, Tim?
I'm
Nice to
doing
meet
good,
you.
Tim. I love your name. Tim, why don't you tell everybody who you are?
Okay, excellent. My name is Tim. I've been in film for a very long time.
Same.
All aspects of film. I mean, I've been specialized in writing. Last 3 years, been writing a TV show, a scripted X-Files style show,
Oh,
political
nice.
thriller. Yeah, called
Same.
Shadows.
Me too. I've been writing a very similar type of thing. We should
Yeah,
collaborate.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've got 11, 11. I mean, obviously now in the UFO field, it's writing itself. Um, anyway, yeah, I've been working now. Obviously, primarily a director. Started off at MTV back in the day, doing the first kind of reality TV shows, and then, gave David Podesta his first movie role. Been working behind the scenes, producing, help financing, built a network of film people in LA and abroad, and got a fashion for all things, paranormal, UFO, ET. This documentary I'm working on now is all about communication, which is very interesting.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
it is fascinating, actually,
Uh,
honestly.
we share the film thing in common. I'm a filmmaker myself, more in the
Yeah.
narrative field. Also, have been putting together in bits and pieces a semi X Files type thing. It's a cross between X Files and some call it a cross between X Files and Ghostbusters, which doesn't really
Uh,
hang for me, but but
well, the original
whatever.
Ghostbusters was great.
Oh, yeah, it really was. But it's not. It is a grouping of people that go out and solve these problems, these issues, and
Okay.
that crop up in their
The
universe.
monster of the week.
Well, there is Monster of the Week, but there's some It's a mix between Monster of the Week and Oh my God, I can't talk that A word that I can't say.
Yeah.
Anthology. Oh my God,
So,
anthologies.
so Tim, tell me about you. I just quickly, Hannah just shot me your info. I just quickly looked you up. So you're primarily lead investigator in paranormal field, investigating. Tell me a bit more about what you've been doing in the field.
Well, sure. My audience knows this, but I'll share it with you. No problem. I'm a paranormal investigator since 2011. Prior to that, I was a private detective, so I got to keep the PI, which is nice. But I've been doing that. Besides doing those things, I'm also a filmmaker. I have a few shorts. One just won an award called Blaney Tucker's Ghost. And Sherry has joined us in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Sherry. That's fantastic. Good to see you. So I've been doing film off and on since 20. No, check that. Since 1998. And
Wow.
I do all aspects. I'm an independent guy, so I have to wear all the hats basically at one point or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
My
fun.
my professional focus, the one I earn money on, is editing.
Oh yeah.
I'm also a writer, and I've won awards for that as well, separately. And then, yeah, I've been fortunate. I've had a good crew and casts, good crews and casts behind me, and everything I've done has won an award. So,
Okay. And which awards are these? Are they at film festivals or?
yeah, film festivals and the like. Yeah, exactly. Kind of niche because I deal in sci-fi and horror a lot. So,
Are you using Film Runway, where you can upload your film to the platform and it will distribute your project to all the different film
uh,
festivals?
the last one I used was Film Freeway. Right now, I'm using Hike with two eyes
Yeah,
from the
Hike's a
yeah
new one.
yeah
Okay.
Hike's a new one. So I'm
All
using
right.
that in the future.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, I've just been editing. I mean, talking about editing, I've just been editing the trailer for this alien implant documentary that I'm working on.
Cool.
Yeah,
Do
so
you have a? If you have it and you can share your screen, you should be able to share your screen through the little buttons on there. And if you want, you can play it for our audience. I'll shrink us down so they can see it.
um, it's right now. It's with my motion graphics team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm such a perfectionist that I can only kind of like I would only want to release it when it's like
I
absolutely
understand.
polished. But but
We're of the
but
same mind.
but I shared it with a couple of key friends of mine yesterday, and the feedback's good. I mean, some people have no idea. They're like, alien implant? What is that? You talking about,
Yeah.
you know, Mexicans? I was like, no,
No.
actual alien implants.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, what? And then
So,
I'm learning about it. I'm literally learning about it myself. That
as you go through the process.
these are emitting radio frequencies. It seems like
Mm.
these alien implants are moving under the skin. They're attaching themselves to tissue. And one of the guys who I spoke to worked with Dr. Lear, who
Oh,
took
sure.
out 17 alien implants. He said, Tim, some people have brain implants. I was like,
Yep.
what?
I've
So
heard
I'm
about that
learning
too.
all about this myself. Hey, she's at Boulder. Heidi is at Boulder, Colorado,
Yes.
and
Welcome to the chat, Heidi. Good to see you
Sun,
again.
Sundance Film Festival will be at Boulder next year. Obviously,
Oh,
people are pissed because like Park City has been the home to Sundance Film Festival for so many years now,
yeah.
and it's a beautiful spot. It's a shame it's leaving, personally, but who knows? Boulder looks beautiful, but you can't ski there, so we'll see. And it's further up, but it's also in a different region. You know, in
Yeah.
Utah, you know, I love Utah, but they have crazy rules about drinking
Yeah.
and a whole load of interesting rules. Like,
I think it's still a dry state, technically, isn't it?
no, you can definitely drink there, but there are like rules about it and what have you. It's very kind of strange, some of the rules. So, anyway, I just think Sundance became so big and the parking became an issue and there weren't enough cinemas. But again, it's
Yeah.
such a shame because Park City, Utah is the most picturesque, beautiful area of America. It really is. So anyway, I'm going to be up there with my film, the Age of Communication, and this new documentary.
That'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. So you were a surprise guest, as I said. We had you booked the following week, but I guess we'll move our. What the plan was to essentially, for lack of a better term, I might add, troll the internet for paranormal stuff and say, hey, that's AI, that's fake, that's real. I
Oh,
can't
AI
explain that.
is
So,
AI is
and
ruining
yeah, the
everything.
prevalence of AI is just all over the place. So,
Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, look, that's why I like, you know, in this documentary, I like putting the old images, the old videos
mhm,
from like the 1960s up until maybe the 90s, early 2000s.
yeah,
Because anything nowadays, you have no idea if it's AI or not, honestly. Um, there was a very interesting clip that was on X about people summoning orbs and UFOs, which is really interesting.
hmm
The Skywatcher,
I haven't seen that one, but yeah,
yeah, the Skywatcher team, Jake Barber and all those guys,
okay,
who Ross, it was interviewed by Ross Coulthard. Like they're doing very interesting work, and that stuff's real. But again, there's so much AI, and it's only going to get like you're not going to be able to tell the difference. I mean, you can't literally tell the difference now. Um, we're actually
well,
going to try. Yeah.
you know, I don't know. From as filmmakers, we could probably have a better eye for it than most. I mean, I do visual effects as well. Like I said, I wear all the hats at one point or another, and so for me, at least, it's obvious because you have to look at reactions of things. Like there's this one I was gonna show on here where there's this light that just kind of comes in out of nowhere, and it kind of looks like something out of Harry Potter. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's like this sparkly comet looking thing. It sweeps down, goes down the street, and then whips back and goes the other way. And it was taken from someone's Ring camera.
Oh yeah.
The only problem is their Ring camera was by the post office, the post box. where their mailbox, and because there was no porch, nothing. And the second thing is the light didn't interact correctly. The light that was cast out didn't interact correctly. It's like it showed up like a second before impact and all that fun stuff. So there were a lot of anomalies, and I was like, okay, nice try. It looks pretty. It's a good little piece of fiction.
Yeah,
There, but
I can't use any. I mean, honestly, with this documentary, it's funny we should talk about this because
sure.
the start of the documentary, I'm going to put my hand on the Bible and say, there's absolutely going to be no fake AI in this documentary,
Okay.
and I mean, I feel at that point you have to, because everyone's like, well, is it bullshit? If let's say we go into this documentary and we film some activity and sightings, like, I need to at least do everything I can to explain to people that this is not AI. I mean, I
Right.
work,
You need to
I
legitimize what you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'll be doing that.
Awesome.
And then, that's all you can do at this point,
I'm going to include your last name on your profile on the little ticker down there, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so everyone knows.
I'll tell you a funny story, though, because
Please
there's
do.
a Tim Burke who won an Oscar for Harry Potter, right?
Yeah.
And not only that, but he's from Newcastle, where I'm from, Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
So there's been a couple of times, honestly a couple of times in the industry that people have confused us.
Gotcha.
And I did this one horror film, and at the end, the mum goes, "Oh, I love your work in Harry Potter," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Oh God," she thought I'm the guy from Harry Potter the
Wrong Tim
last
Burke.
2 weeks. And then I've got an even funnier story that is like from the BAFTAs in England about this lady. But anyway, so yeah, not that Tim Burke.
Not that Tim Burke, but so we know who you are fully, and we
Yeah.
can look you up and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So past films, what are your past projects?
I've done a paranormal film, horror projects. The Lucifer Effect that never got released. I was involved in that because of what happened. In that, you're a paranormal podcast.
Yeah.
You can look that up on Reddit. That was a crazy thing, really. What happened on that project? It's never been released to the public. I've been doing, I started off doing the first ever MTV clips, even before YouTubers and influencers were a thing.
Oh,
like my show kicked it off. It was around about the same time as Jackass, and it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because Jackass is now getting. I've heard that new movie. Like apparently, there's this new Jackass film, and I love the Jackass films. They're hilarious. Like they're some of the funniest. I'm just constantly laughing when I'm watching Jackass. It's just hilarious.
It's good times.
But yeah, I'm involved in a book to bring that old TV show of mine into a novel. So I'm working on that.
Excellent.
And I've been involved, LA Slasher. We gave David Bautista, who's now a huge movie star, his first ever movie role.
Oh, fantastic.
Then we had Danny Trio in that, and a whole load of people in that one.
Good.
I started off like many directors in horror. Horror, you can make a good film. You don't need a big cast. You don't need an expensive budget.
Right.
So, and I just like the genre,
Same. Yeah, me too.
But again, I've really been focusing sci-fi. I mean, the first thing I ever wrote was called Planet X, which is a huge science fiction odyssey. It's like Star Wars on steroids, but it's very intelligent sci-fi. It's about a hypervelocity star. And the hypervelocity star system is when a black hole becomes so big, it actually implodes and fires out matter. And,
yes. That's actually something in physics. There's a matter stream that comes out.
It's a hypervelocity star. Yeah, it's like super rare star system. But on this planet, because it's going so quickly through space, life extends because it's traveling so fast. And it's also a tiny lot planet, so it doesn't rotate. So you've got
Light side,
Yeah.
dark side. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
like it.
I developed that. I mean, when I first really, came to LA, I was trying to develop 150. That Planet X was $150 million movie. I mean,
Really?
and I was like, impossible. It's possible
Yeah.
to get that made. But now, honestly, going back to I could potentially make that now. And
Yeah.
because it's a sci-fi movie, it's heavy on special effects. I could use AI with to help make that. Um, and again, more recently, I've just been honestly focusing the research, the science, and writing Shadow States, writing Feederville, which is a really crazy psychological 80s, set in the 80s, psychological
Nice.
horror, but you don't really know anything about the film. It's such a mystery. There's tarot cards hidden in the frames of the film, so you're following the protagonist's journey, and you'll all these like Easter eggs or tarot cards about her story, and then it's got one of the
It's pretty cool.
first. It's one of the pieces in horror that's never been done. Like
Yep.
everything's been done in horror at this point,
Sure.
but they haven't done this yet, and
Okay.
it's called Feederville. So that's one of my projects, my IP. I've got this one take zombie film. That I love the apocalypse films. The end of the world
Sure.
stuff. It's
Sure.
so interesting.
So
You know.
fun.
So yeah. So that's under my bigger picture company. So yeah, that's really what I've been focused on, honestly.
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you, getting back into the crux of the show and your latest film, what got you into the paranormal slash UFO picture? What one drew you there, and two, how did you do your research? Did you talk to people, read books, watch videos? What happened?
I mean, I've been collecting old vintage UFO books for forever.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I go on eBay and I buy them all. It's so interesting. I mean, eventually I want to put them all into an AI and try and figure out. Jacques Vallée has got 200,000 cases over the years,
Yes,
which is so
yes,
interesting. He's
yes.
actually trying to put them into an AI model as well to try and figure out if there are any patterns or correlations to
Oh, that's a
cases
great idea. Yeah,
cases, hotspots. I'd like to do that with crop circle shapes. There was an old guy on Facebook that
yeah.
took all the crop circle shapes and put them into a database. So I'm trying to track down that guy at the moment. Again, using AI to try and figure out a correlation. There might be a language. There might well be a language in that.
Some have
Um,
said that some of those crop circles actually match chemical compositions, mechanical and or you know physics, not physics. I'm sorry, but mechanical engineering, models basically, and it's just a matter of
I
kind of breaking it down. It's really interesting stuff. Some people have actually done that to a
yeah
degree, but I don't think
yeah
everyone's dumped it into AI yet per se.
No, so yeah, no, that is. I'm going to put that in my documentary because again, my film is all about communication, and crop
Yeah.
circles is literally the key, one of the absolute keys to communication. Also, the Nazca lines, that was all
Oh
about
yeah, that goes way
communicating
back.
to people coming
Yeah.
into the planet because you can't create those shapes unless you're from an elevated spot. They're so large.
Oh, they're
there's no
huge.
there's no way you could like draw those on the ground without seeing them from above. So that's interesting.
Yeah, they're gigantic, and if you there's one. It's funny. A lot of them are on the plateau there, but there's one or two that are on a facing hill, and kind of like at an angle. And there's one. I think he's called the big man or large man in the translation of the local language there, and it is just as impressive as the ones on the floor, if not more so. And it
Yeah.
depicts this what is essentially something along the lines of a little short gray,
Oh
basically.
yeah. Oh yes. Yeah.
It's
I've seen that. He's like waving. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, he's waving exactly. What's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No.
really cool. It's really cool.
Yes, and Nazca's in. I mean, that whole mountaintop, people
Oh,
forget that whole mountaintop is flat. They
yeah.
cut the
Oh, it's a
whole
runway.
mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of work that takes is insane. I mean, like even today, it would take many cranes
Years.
and
Oh,
trucks to
yeah. It would
flatten that
still take
mountain.
years to do it too.
You
I mean,
know,
they
so
literally chop the top off a mountainside,
yeah,
a mountain range.
that's
It's
crazy.
incredible. It's incredible.
So yeah, so that's interesting. But going back to your original question, I mean, I've literally been banging on about UFOs my whole life, honestly, and without any worry to talk about it. When people talk about, back in the, you get, um, people question it and blah blah blah. But I knew I mean, now it's all coming out, right?
Oh yeah,
Everyone's like, it's now being proven. But I was banging on about it 10 years ago, as though I knew it back then. It was real,
yeah,
because I'd done my research into it. I mean, I like to watch all the old Amazon, um, documentaries, TV
yeah,
shows, all the old ones. Like the
yeah. The
old
old
ones are
ones.
interesting. The ones from the 80s and like 70s, even. You're like, oh my God, like cases back then. It's crazy. I just watched one in Spain, like a really interesting one. It was translated, but it was all in Spanish. I was like, geez, they've had some waves, waves.
Oh yeah, they've had some crazy experiences in Spain, in Europe in general. It's just amazing, and like you said, waves. Not like here where it's one, two, three, four saucers in a sporadically spread across 7 different states. No, waves of stuff have been happening. It's very intriguing. One of the shows that I am like silently pushing for in my own way on Amazon is In Search of, the original one with Leonard Nimoy.
In search of, I'll write that down.
In Search of, Leonard Nimoy hosted it. I think it was 2 or 3 seasons. That's what got me into the paranormal because
Okay.
I was a huge Star Trek fan as a kid, and then, oh my God, Mr. Spock is talking about UFOs for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
fantastic. It was fantastic. My childhood mindset back then, but even now, to look at those things and they're somewhere like on I don't know, some video platform somewhere. I'm sure to one
Mm.
degree or another, probably backwards and out of focus, just so that no one gets sued. But I think Prime would do quite well to bring that back, especially in their science fiction
Yeah,
section or in
Prime's
their
good. Prime's good because you
yeah,
do have a lot of old stuff on there. You
there's
can do a
great
really,
stuff there.
yeah, you just do a deep dive on Amazon Prime. But again, I do like going on eBay and buying the vintage UFO books. I just got through Christopher Nolan. Is it Christopher? Sorry, Richard Nolan's book on submerged UFOs, which he
Oh,
signed. Yeah, I met him and his wife at Contact in the
fantastic!
Desert, and he signed that.
Fantastic.
That was cool. So that's very interesting because it's all about submerged UFOs. They are
Yeah.
based under the oceans. We know
Oh, well,
this at this point. I mean, Tim Bichette has come out and said it. There's five deep underground bases.
yeah. One of them's in my neighborhood,
Yeah, right off
ish,
Catalina. It's in.
off of Monterey Coast, right there by Monterey, apparently.
Well, I honestly, as crazy as this sounds, and I was talking about COVID earlier. I was driving back from COVID. This is honestly the craziest story I've got
Okay.
regarding the phenomena. I was driving back from COVID. I hadn't seen traffic because I drove past the last hotel on the Big Sur Drive,
Okay.
and I was driving down. I was like, "Oh my God! Like, there's no hotel for like hours." So I decided to park on this cliff edge and sleep in the car because there wasn't anywhere to sleep. And my phone had died, so I wasn't able to charge it. Um, and then I'm sleeping in the back of the van, and then at like 4 a.m. I get up and I go for a piss outside
Yeah.
because it's like late and it's all foggy. It's like a Spielberg movie. I'm not bullshitting, right? I
Okay.
hadn't seen a ship or any boat the whole day driving, right?
Okay.
And I get out, it's all foggy, and I see these two huge lights sitting right there. Like it's probably like 10 meters from the shoreline, and it's foggy.
Really?
I'm like, what? I haven't seen a boat all day. There's these two huge lights, and
What
like
part of the world was this?
this is the Big Sur. I
Oh,
was
at Big Sur. Oh, okay.
on
I
a
know where you're
cliff
at.
edge. Yeah, I was terrified at the same time because I was thinking to myself, this is the perfect place for a serial killer because I am literally the only person from hours in each direction, right? But, so I'm like, I was kind of scared at the same time, and I was like, what the hell is that? I haven't seen a ship or boat all day, but for a boat to be this close to the shore and it's so big and it's so close to shore, that can't be. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. It was two different colors, one red and I think it was one white. And I wish I was again, I didn't have my phone because I hadn't charged. So I couldn't even plug it in and film this thing. And thinking about it now, I wish I'd actually gone down the cliff and investigated, but I think maybe I couldn't even walk down there. It was at the shore.
It
I've
was
got
probably pretty thick pea soup
yeah,
fog too on
and
top of
I think I
everything
was
else.
tired, and then I decided to sleep in the front, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to stay awake until the fog clears, and then obviously I fell asleep, and I woke up in the morning, and obviously it was unfoggy and it was daylight. Um, but that was such a strange
What
experience, and
what
again,
if anything
I don't know what it was. I
okay,
think it might have been a submerged UFO, but
could be.
it could have been a ship. I don't know, but it just seemed very unlikely because I hadn't seen
If it's that,
anything.
if you had to guess,
It was
okay,
a
you said it was
Spielberg
10
scene.
meters offshore?
It was literally with the fact it was foggy
Yeah.
and there was these lights, two huge lights, and it was just sitting there.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It was very strange, very strange.
Well, if we take your rough measurement of about 10 meters offshore, and you're probably another, say, 40, 50 meters from that shore on the
Yeah,
road, give or take, so that
yeah.
puts it about 60 meters out. How long was it? If you had to, like,
It was big. It was honestly, it was big. It was there was one light there and there was a one light there. So obviously they were
okay,
connected. That they must have been maybe
wow.
they were two different objects, but I feel as though they were connected. But that
Yeah.
the length of it was like 30 meters, maybe
Okay.
40.
Well, if you're looking at it and you're saying one here and one here roughly, you're probably like, I'd double that at least.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, sorry,
I,
military
I
background. You'd learn to judge these
screenshotted,
things.
yeah, I screenshotted the location, and as part of this documentary, I'm going to go back there and spend a couple of nights up on the same cliff edge. Um, yeah,
If you want an eyewitness, let me know.
yeah, it's
It's
fascinating,
dude, it's right
but
here.
but again, exactly, there is a hot spot up there, and
Yeah,
it's in that triangle: Catalina, San Diego, Big Sur, that
yeah,
whole area, and there have been multiple sightings, like many craft coming out of the water up in that
yeah.
area.
Especially around Catalina, especially around Monterey. That
Yeah,
whole area is just saturated with activity. It's
and
surprising. It's
and
amazing.
also, also like UFOs don't like to be filmed; that they don't want to be spotted. And I think they kind of know what's going on because it's all conscious and connected, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that I didn't have my phone, the fact that I'm in the middle of nowhere, the fact there are no other witnesses, they were probably like, "Oh, this is the perfect time to show ourselves a little bit."
Could be,
you
especially
know,
if you're launching from somewhere and you're still, you got your 60-meter boat out there or ship rather.
And
Yeah, I
another thing,
mean,
Tim, like, because I've been thinking about that a lot because I've been doing a lot of podcast shows on this new documentary. I would like to figure out the date. I could probably find out the exact date of when that was,
ah,
and call the Coast Guard or whoever it is that knows. Oh, was there a boat in this region on this date? And then I can eliminate that. Um,
smart. That's very good. That's what I would do.
I mean, I've got to do some research, and exactly, we've got to do some investigating ourselves. Um,
It'd
yeah,
be interesting though to do that first and then go to the spot. It's like, you know why we're here? Because there was nothing supposed to be out there on that night. So
but
that'd be pretty
but it
good.
also is a bit like that movie, The Fog. Have you seen that? The
Oh, sure.
19, like John Carpenter, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
the remake of The Fog was actually brilliant. the
I thought it was
remake.
good.
You know, the end scene is such a twist, and
Yeah,
I love a good plot
it was
twist. You know,
really well
it's a
really well
brutal
done.
plot twist. If anybody,
Yeah,
I
won't
recommend it.
spoil it for anyone, but yeah, it's
It's good.
brutal.
You're
It's
like,
really
oh
good.
my
So go watch
god,
it.
what? Actually, it's actually brilliant. I gotta say, it was brilliant.
Yeah, they
Um,
did a good job with it.
yeah.
There was a it was rather recently, I think, too. There was a USO mention or something like that again recently by the Navy, and they were apparently they thought it was torpedoes coming at them out of nowhere, and this was like near Alaska, so their first thought was Russians.
Oh
Say,
yeah.
oh, someone flipped out and fired a torpedo, but the thing went under them and out near the Bering Strait area, and it came at them, went under them, and then made this insane 90-degree turn at the same speed, and just flew out into the ocean, and they lost it pretty quick. But apparently, the speeds were near hypersonic underwater,
Yeah.
which is insane.
What about the 4chan article about this guy saying you will come back, you will find yourself coming back to this article. It's a long article written by an unknown whistleblower that talks about a underwater craft that is manufacturing made for UFOs. And to any of your listeners visiting, they need to find that article. It's on 4chan. Put in, you know, underwater whistleblower 4chan article, and you'll find it. Read that whole thing. It's very interesting.
I'll
Um,
definitely do that.
Apparently, if this guy is correct, there's a big underwater like AI ship or whatever it is, and they're manufacturing these UFOs on a kind of
Like a mass
you know,
scale kind of a deal, or
well, not a mass scale, but kind of like for particular services
oh, gotcha.
or particular events or to do particular things. So anyway, I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting article. It's quite famous in UFO lore. Um, yeah,
I think I've heard of it. I don't think I've actually read it though.
it's
The
unfortunate. Yeah,
are we talking about? So he says there's an AI device of some sort or ship
it's
or
yeah,
whatever.
it's yeah, ship, and it's they're like making UFOs on spec for particular jobs.
Wow, mission specific jobs. Okay, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
and he
Now, is
said,
it ours or is it foreign, alien?
well, I mean, I presume it's extraterrestrial, you
Okay,
know, but that would kind of make sense with this. You know, there's
yeah,
like 7 UFOs have been seen coming out of the water many times. I mean, there's
okay.
that crazy image from a submarine with that huge cigar, and
Yeah,
it's again, it's an old image, so
yeah,
it can't be fake because it's an old image, and it's been released from military, you know.
yeah.
Um, um, Intelligence or
Records.
what have
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But there's 2 images, one of a triangle and one of this crazy cigar. I mean, I used it in my pitch deck for Shadow State actually. But
Okay.
that's interesting as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the whole topic is absolutely fascinating. I mean, it's fascinating.
It's mind bending too. I
It's
mean,
mind
because
bending.
it goes back to our ancient history. That's the crazy thing. I mean, you think about all these different you know seafarer legends and stuff about monsters in the ocean, and we could be looking at USOs the whole time, especially ones that could be custom made to
Yeah,
do one thing
custom
or
made.
another. Yeah,
Custom made. Yeah, it's interesting. You should really do a deep dive into that article, Tim. You know, just read it through to your viewers
that's a
because
good
it's
idea.
yeah, it's interesting. It touches on a lot of topics. Could all be bullshit. Who knows?
Who
But
knows?
people could come back to it, and you do find yourself coming back to this article as well. So we'll see. You know, it's all coming out. It's all slowly dripping out. You know.
It's funny that it's the independent world really kind of releasing it all. I mean, the government's done some stuff, but the governments across the world have done some stuff. But chiefly, it's the independent, you know, investigators, scientists, what have you, that are kind of really doing the full on, as Stephen Bassett calls it, capital D disclosure, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I'm connected to him. I'm connected to George Knapp, who's
Oh,
been releasing
fantastic.
the Russian files this week. I was
Oh, is
talking to
that
him.
this week? Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I was talking to him. Let's see what it was actually. It's called. He's released a new. Hold on a minute. Let's see what it's
Sure.
called. It's a new thing that he's done. Mystery Wire tab. 8 News Now is the KLS site. Is Mystery Wire site. It's called Mystery
Mystery
Wire. But
Wire.
so
Okay.
he's releasing a lot of the the Russian UFO cases, which is quite
That's an,
interesting.
yeah. I mean,
George is a master. He's been in
he
it
is.
forever.
Yeah.
James Fox has also been in it for a very long time. I didn't know that until recently.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I've been researching the subject for about 15 years as well. So, I'm just starting to kind of come out and do my own thing now. But yeah, it's
Right on.
it's super cool. It's super cool.
For me, it was, like I said, I started out with Leonard Nimoy on In Search Of way back in the 70s, and that's kind of where things really took off for me. And then it was UFO Magazine, every
Yeah.
issue, every back issue I can get a hold
Really?
of.
UFO
Oh, yeah,
magazine?
yeah. UFO Magazine. They don't publish it anymore, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, no, they got shut down,
they
didn't
did.
it? It got
Yeah,
shut
it
down
sure did.
under
But
mysterious circumstances.
yeah, it's like you're telling everyone too much because they were in depth. They every week they had a new abduction story or a new sighting story that was. I mean, the reporting was fantastic. It really
Was it?
was.
You can go. I was in Austin, and you can go to some of these old bookshops and what have you. You can find some copies of this of the UFO magazine, and
Oh, really?
it's
Oh,
cool. Yeah,
cool.
I just love collecting all that cool shit.
Right on. Oh
Everything's
man.
digital now, but
But I absorbed that magazine cover to cover, forward, backward, upside down, every single issue, and I just couldn't get enough. It was amazing. Yeah, it was torture waiting for the next issue to come out.
so it's every week. Every week.
It was like a weekly publisher, I think.
Yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, there's some
I
story
have to
about what
verify
happened
that,
to that.
but it seemed like every week there was a new thing that
Yeah.
was getting handed because my
What do you
stepdad
know
got it for
about
me.
what do you know about alien implants?
A little bit. I know about the soft tissue implants. That is the metallic, jagged looking. They look like pieces of like gypsum or something or whatever. I think I used the wrong term there, but rock. They look like little bits of rock. But if you look
Meteorite.
at
Yeah.
them, they have like they've been cross sectioned and they have like layers of beryllium in them, and they intertwine in the soft tissue of the body, especially where they're implanted. They're implanted all over the place. Some of them people have multiple implants, and a lot of them tend to be magnetic. You like
Yeah.
if
Well,
you
I'm not
put a
surprised with
magnet
that.
over them, they'll pull, and they emit a signal, as you were saying, at a very specific frequency or a specific range of frequencies
Apparently,
that
it's
we
95
yeah
and 15 megahertz.
right, and
That
that's
is the frequencies.
weird. That's a
And
weird
also, that
emission.
goes back to Skinwalker Ranch.
Yes, it
Skinwalker
does.
Ranch is about 1.65 megahertz,
Right.
if I believe correct.
1.2 and 1.6. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's there.
I mean, look, this is
Range of
what we're
those.
looking into right now. I'm certainly not an expert in this, but I have people who worked and were on the Skinwalker Ranch show
Oh, fun.
that, yeah, that know much more than me about, megahertz and spectrums of light, infrareds. They've actually invented, um, infra red flare
Oh, fun.
technology and cameras and
That's
sound
cool.
waves. So yeah, so I'm in deep with those guys trying to figure out um, that side of the communication, if they are communicating in different bands, frequencies.
It seems when I look at Skinwalker Ranch's evidence and I'm getting that spike. I'm getting that spike. It does waver, and it goes, and something tells me it's being sent at insane speeds. I mean, the outflow of information from whatever's producing that is JV's on the chat. She says it's Tim squared. Sorry, that just caught my eye. But it's it. They're going, brrr, and I think you're right. They're sending specific pulses of information. I think it's so rapid we can't just absorb it yet. We don't have a way to download said information
Yeah,
because
well,
it's just so compressed and so
yeah, that was one of the things that I noticed last week or a couple of weeks ago, um, when they were interviewing this EB, the EB entity.
yeah.
Like, I think maybe it was after Holloman, or it was just a separate event. Maybe it was EB was from Roswell, but apparently when they do the telepathic communication, the
Yeah.
data transfer is just so much
Oh
that our
yeah.
brains can't even handle it.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just so
a
much
complete
info
download. There was
to download.
oh, that guy's name escapes me. He was the guy on, I think he was at Groom Lake, Air Force guy at Groom Lake, and he was talking to. Oh no, he was just driving the range, this one range at near Groom Lake, and he sees this guy in distress. This you know guy in a uniform. He's a full camouflage uniform, and as they get closer,
That's right.
the driver says that dude has no ears.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, okay, so maybe he had something happen to him. Who knows? Because he's a vet, he knows what's going on. Not everyone's going to look pretty after a bomb goes off next to you. But so he goes, hey, do you need any help? And then he sees, look, because everything's it's kind of stormy, and it's not very clear outside. So there's a little bit of dust kicking around, and he sees the dude's blue, and his eyes are a little
Well,
bit
that's a
bigger than.
giveaway, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's kind of a giveaway, but it was like a soft blue, so you couldn't really pick it up from a different distance. And
He's
it
just come
was,
from Avatar.
yeah, pretty much. It sounded like it, huh? But the guy says, in his head, he says, "I need a part because my vehicle." And he points over, and down this little ridge is this weird looking vehicle. Right, my vehicle needs a spare
Spaceship.
part. His spaceship, yeah, needs a spare part, and I can't. I think his name is
I mean, this is the most
Linval
retarded
Logan,
story.
or sorry, is it Jason Sands? It might be Jason
My
Sands.
spaceship's wheels fallen off.
No,
Have you got a
well,
spare?
he says in his head, "I need tritium." You need
Tritium.
tritium. It's like, yeah. I can't launch, go where I need to go without tritium. Where's some tritium? Where can I pick it up?
This is like
And
a
he's
movie
also in a
itself.
military uniform. This blue guy, so he's interacting with humans somewhere, right? He says, "I need tritium for
Oh
I
my
need to
god.
repair." It's like, well, and he's sing he
He's like,
Jason.
oh, actually, I got some in the car.
Yeah, it's in my back pocket. Let me give you some. No, he says, well, the only place I can think of that might have it is this military base, and he doesn't even finish the thought. And he says, the alien says, I'm not going anywhere near those butchers. And then when he asks again for tritium, Jason gets this download, instantaneous. He knows what the thing's made out of. He knows there's toroidal plasma involved. And
Wow.
he knows where this part goes. He knows how it's supposed to be shaped. And you can see basically the layout of this specific component this guy needs to fix. And it just is fed to him instantaneously. And to this day, he can remember every single detail.
No, I've heard this story before. It's a hilarious story. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, you know, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, honestly, at this point, I do kind of try to believe everything because at this point, we know that UFOs are real, right?
Yep.
So if that's the case, then anything is possible,
Yeah.
including abductions, including alien implants.
Yeah.
Maybe including non-terrestrial officers that the UK hacker discovered in the NASA computer
Oh
systems.
yeah, the Heidelberg or
That,
the Hindelberger or something
you
like that.
know,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's potentially,
Secret
God, it's
space
been kept
program.
so, it's
Yeah.
been kept so well secret. I've got to say, hats off to the secret government, whoever's been keeping this shit quiet, because they've done a good job. You know, it's starting to
Round of
leak out.
applause.
You know, it's starting to, like, stories have happened. You know, ETs have been crashed when they haven't got a handle on it. But my God, it's impressive.
It really is. I have a story related to the secret space program because I was in the Air Force. I was in the Air Force briefly. It wasn't a long time. I got a lot of training and I learned stuff I probably shouldn't have. But this actually happened when I was at NASA prior to the Air Force. I was working there as an intern, and I was in the commissary, and we had just shifted. First, the Navy was there for years. That was their military. That was the military presence there, and then it shifted to the Air Force. And so I'm listening to this SP, that's what we call MPs in the Air Force, SPs. And he's saying, yeah, man, I just came from Vandenberg and I heard the craziest story from my CO. Really? Tell me about it. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of crazy things in Vandenberg. No, 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 you got to listen to this. So proceeds to tell a story. And I listened in on this story intently. I was like at a different table.
You're
I
just
was
like,
late. I was late back to my shift because I had to hear this story. And he says, so two of my colleagues, maybe 5 or so years earlier, and I think my CL was part of this team, are walking the perimeter, just doing their job, making sure everything's cool, and they are suddenly just hit. It's like they walked into a bubble of something, like a. You ever been to those traffic lights that you can only see what color they are once you're at a certain angle? I hear a dog going nuts.
he knows, he knows.
He knows.
That's
So
Spielberg's.
there's.
That's Spielberg's new movie. Apparently, all the
That's right.
pets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got that coming out, doesn't he? Disclosure. It's on very on the nose title. But anyway, so this thing, whatever it was, this ship, they walk into the certain point on the airbase, and suddenly they can see it's like a veil is lifted, or they walk through a membrane of some sort of bubble, and it's permeable. It doesn't hurt them or anything. And they walk through it, and suddenly there's this huge cigar-shaped ship that looks exactly like what the gentleman from the UK found all those years ago. The description matches exactly.
God,
And
what's his name? I forget because we were
oh,
just
the
talking.
guy
He was
that's
in
driving
James.
me
I was
bonkers.
interested because James Fox had him in his documentary. I was like, oh, you got him. I forget anyway.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
have to if I can
Gary
look.
Gary McKinnon. Gary McKinnon.
That's him. Well done. Nice
God,
recall.
I'm a bit of an expert in this field. I'd like to think I am a little bit of an expert, but we'll see.
Good
I don't know.
recall.
I
I could
certainly
not
don't
think
know
up
it.
the
I
name for
certainly,
to save my
yeah.
life. So anyway, so the ship is exactly like he describes it, and I only learned that because this guy describes the thing as being cigar shaped, with these little half spheres all over the both ends, and that is exactly how he described it. I learned that later, and so he says, and we see these guys in these Soko suits, white hazmat suits. I'll knock my earpiece out, and they're pushing these flat crates into this warehouse, and this
In this
thing's kind of
bubble,
sitting, huh?
they walked. This is all happening inside the bubble.
Inside this bubble that apparently acts like a cloaking device. Yeah. So they kind of step to the side and they just watch because they're blown away. So these dudes in Soko suits are pushing these flat carts. They're either called Kentucky carts or Mississippi carts, but they're big flat pallets. I can't remember what they're called. And they got crates on them and supplies and other stuff, and they push them into this big warehouse where this big thing's floating overhead. And there's this blue flash, and then there's a corresponding blue flash in the one what they describe as a cargo bay in the middle of this cigar shaped thing. And this cigar shaped thing's got to easily be maybe a mile long, just sitting up there.
Mile.
A mile long, and it's just sitting up there, maybe a few thousand feet in the air. I don't know, but it was pretty impressive. And so they keep seeing this corresponding flashes as stuff gets pushed into this warehouse, and then they realize someone looks at them, and they just kind of play it off, all good, and march on. And they get out of this field, this cloaking field, whatever it was, and they can't see it anymore. And they go, we got to report this. I mean,
The hell?
it's an intrusion, right? It's not on record. We have nothing like this happening, even remotely describing this type of activity. So they return. They talk to their CEO, and the CEO says, "Okay, understood. You're not going to tell anyone about this. Do not put this in your logs. That is all. You forget about it. The end.
This did not happen.
This did not happen." Okay. Yes, sir. Salute. Turnabout. Out they go. This happens to another crew, like 2 years after the fact. Same basic thing. CO tells them the same thing. Do not tell anything. Do not put this in your logs. It never happened. So on and so forth. Well, as I said before, one of the first two guards that sees this event actually becomes the CO. And at the officers club, he gets a little tipsy. He says, I got this story for you. Happened right over there at warehouse number 231 or whatever it was. And he proceeds to tell the story to a few of his troops. Hush, hush. It never happened. I never told you this, and I'll deny it. But it was a crazy story. I was late for my lunch break just so I could hear that.
So it was in a warehouse. They're walking around. They walk through a bubble. Inside the bubble, there's people in white suits putting stuff. Looks as though like maybe putting stuff to the UFO or something.
Yeah, like teleporting it or whatever it was.
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
corresponding
Well-
blue flashes.
Well, I tell you what's interesting, which is an amazing case. You might have heard of this. What about the spaceman picture behind the child taken in England? You
Yes.
know that one? With the
Yes, I do.
Kodak?
The full blown.
the
He's an
Kodak.
astronaut and everything. Yeah,
That
Yeah.
is fucking crazy.
that's amazing.
Because that was done with a Kodak camera, and they sent the film to Kodak, and Kodak was like, "You can't do this. You can't fake this. Like, it's impossible."
They broke it down. They said, nope, didn't happen. It wasn't a double exposure. It was nothing like that.
That's
That was-
weird.
that's a
Your
crazy
viewers
photo.
have got to look that up. Spaceman child picture England.
Yep,
So
yep.
put that in Google.
Oh, just for future reference, just so you know, I didn't know if I had to say anything or not, but ease up on the swear when we go out to a public.
Sorry.
And I don't know if our bleeper is
Are we
going to
live?
work.
I have no idea if this is going live.
We're live. So
And then it
we
goes
might have a
straight up.
delay. We might have a
goes straight
delay,
up.
but oh no, it's fine. It's fine. My boss, he cusses all the time. I don't even want to know what his FCC bill is, but whatever.
Yeah.
So just fair warning. Just keep an eye on it. But I'm sorry to edit you. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
Well, I didn't know we were live. I thought
Oh,
you
yeah,
were going to
we're live.
edit shit. Oops.
No. We can't. Don't worry about it though. Just keep an eye on it. And but yeah, there's the spaceman one, which is a fantastic photo, and there's also I'm drawing a blank on what it's called.
There's a whole story about that photo because apparently those figures were seen around the launch of a space rocket in England as well, or something. I seem to remember.
Really, I didn't know.
Yeah, I seem to remember there was like a documentary I saw about it, and they were kind of seen around the launch of a rocket or something.
Fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. It really
Wow,
is.
that is so fascinating.
What's your most fascinating aspect of the phenomena, would you say?
One of the ones that pops in my head first, that kind of, if I'm going to say scares me, this is the one that scares me. And I'm not easily, I don't scare easily, but it's a pretty famous case actually. There's a Japanese flight, passenger jet flying near Alaska,
Oh my god, that was the craziest one. I put
That
that
was the
in my
craziest
trailer.
one. Yeah,
I
yeah,
put it in
yeah.
my trailer.
You
I
did?
actually have
Okay,
it.
fantastic.
I have Robert Lear. Is it John Lear with the size of image of the size of this thing?
Yes.
It's actually one of my favorite cases. I think it's
Me too. Me too.
1972. It's wild. The Japanese Alaska 747 case is cool. I mean,
It's very cool, but it's the scope of that thing that is described. That
crazy,
ship, that craft is enormous. It's
crazy.
a couple of stacked aircraft carriers and probably twice as long. You know, it's
God, I want to
just
show you the
crazy.
picture of it. Let me. Can I send it in the group? If
You can
it,
send it if you want to present it as a file. If you hit present and
all
then
right, let
share
me
a
find
screen.
it. Let me find it because it's funny we're talking about this because I was literally just editing this.
Okay,
Let me just find it because
no
it's
worries.
it's very interesting case.
It's a phenomenal
And I
game.
just found it. Here it is.
Okay, great.
Oh my god, it's huge. All right, here it is. So see the screenshot, and then
If you
um,
just keep it open on your computer somewhere and then share screen
okay.
if under present or invite.
I mean, people can see how big this thing is from this picture.
Okay, I'm gonna put this to the
Present
side so we can see it.
image file. Oh, I can just send it. All right, hold on.
Okay.
I can just send it here. So here it is. Okay. Yeah, it's and that's a well documented case. Here we go. So open.
There it is. And let
Is
me
that it?
add. Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
So
So
that
that's
was
the scale.
and
That's
that was
incredible.
yeah, and this is the view. This is good old George Knapp interviewing John Lear, who's
Yeah.
literally the first guy that openly spoke about the UFO phenomena. That really
Oh yeah.
went out on a limb, was openly talking about it, knew a lot of it, inside information on it,
Oh
and
yeah. Because of his
George,
dad.
yeah, exactly. And then George Knapp interviewed him, and then they're talking right here about the Japanese case. It was a 747 over Alaska, and the size of this thing.
So for
I
those
mean, it is
who, it's
insane.
amazing. For those who can't really see it, there's a little gray bar next to this giant almond-looking thing. That's a jetliner. That's a 747, if I remember correctly. Uh,
That's scary. Can you
that's
imagine
the
looking
scale of it,
out
and
the
that
window and
scares
seeing
me.
that?
It still gives me chills just to look at it. But
Particularly when you're up in the air. I mean, can getting
yeah,
turbulence is honestly one of the scariest things you can go through. I mean, I've had an emergency landing once when we were flying to
oh
Mexico.
yeah,
When we were young, we had a turbulence, and it was just still terrifying to this day. But
mm,
seeing that
mm.
out the side of your window, you'll
That's
be
like
like, "What the hell?"
lots of those stewardess buttons going off. Air stewards, ding.
Oh
I
my
see
god!
something. Yeah, we all see it. Oh
Jeez.
man. But I mean, that is the scale of it. I think is what scares me the most because that thing makes the wrong right hand turn. You know, bye
Yeah,
bye
this.
jet. You know.
Let's give a little shout out to good old John Leas and put his little picture up as well because he is
Please do.
brilliant. This guy, he's amazing. And this is George Knapp. But yeah, I'm basically editing this teaser trailer at the moment, and it's going great.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Um, but again, I love using the old archive stuff and just going
Oh, it's
through,
it's great stuff
like
because it's
finding
really good.
finding stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like here he is.
Let me. There he is. I'll add it to the.
There he
There he
is.
is.
This is
Yeah.
one of the top original guys in the field, which kicked it all off. Yeah,
Yeah, man. And yeah, George Knapp brought it to everyone's back front door, basically. Brought him to the living rooms. It was great to have him. And the stuff he talks about in that interview. If you watch the full interviews, I imagine you have.
yeah,
They are phenomenal. I mean, he talks about everything. including how the aliens eat. Apparently, they rub the slime on their skin and just absorbs into their skin.
I did not know this.
Oh yeah, apparently
I
that's
didn't
tied into.
know this. I
Yeah,
didn't see the
apparently.
whole thing. I saw a little
Oh
clip
yeah,
of
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's intriguing.
That's
Give it a watch.
wild. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I need to put that in my TV show. That's
Yeah, you
such
should.
an
Yeah, you should. You should.
interesting.
And apparently, that's derived from the cattle mutilation stuff. Like, it's not all them, but apparently, they'll suck up a cow once in a while and do whatever they got to do to it, and
Just
use it for food.
chomp down on a cow. So
It's not
they're
even
obviously
chopping.
not. They're obviously they aren't vegan then.
No, apparently not.
Yeah,
But
full
it's
man
just
eating.
crazy.
They're man eating aliens.
Yeah, they're eating for sure. Whoops, that's the me. Okay, there we go. And we're back to that. So thanks for sharing those pictures. That's awesome. I'll keep them up in the background. Let's take a very quick break. We have to do some station identification, and then we'll be back in about say 2 minutes. So we'll see you all in just a little bit. This is the United Public Radio Network, 107.7 FM in New Orleans and 105.3 in the Gulf Coast. UPRN talkradio.com. Esoteric programming at its finest.
Long ago in the ancient world, the Tribus Omnis Lux, later known as the Tridents, were celebrated heroes, defenders of humanity against unspeakable monsters. Today, they continue that sacred duty in secret, hunting the dark evils that lurk just beyond the shadows. They are the Trident of Light.
And we'll be right back after this. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tim Sudano, host of Paranormal Insight, a weekly video magazine that reaches 500,000 viewers and listeners every week on average, and the number is only growing. Connect your brand with our curious, dedicated audience who want authentic content and authentic brands. For further information on putting your brand on the show, contact me directly at paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com. That's paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. Today we're going to talk about the strange and the unusual. Check out our Patreon. Get deeper, behind-the-scenes insights. Also, tips into being a better paranormal investigator and other fascinating content. Follow us on Instagram at paranormal.insight. Stay informed on upcoming shows, see what paranormal trends we're following, and help us reach 50,000 followers by liking, following, and sharing. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube at paranormal_insight. Click the live tab to see our latest videos. Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tim Sedano. This is Paranormal Insight, and on today's show we have Tim Burke, filmmaker, ufologist. I mean, he does it all.
At this point, I'd like to think so. Hey, 50,000 followers on Instagram. That's good.
Almost. I'm looking for that goal.
That's good. I mean, where does this go out? Is it on Spotify as well? Where's your biggest audience on this?
Biggest audience is through YouTube currently, through the UPRN YouTube, and I simulcast on my own channel as well. So the UPRN YouTube gets the bulk of the
UPRN, because I don't think UPRN. All right, yeah. Well, you have to send me that one.
Okay, you got it.
That's good.
Remind me, and we'll do it.
No worries. Oh yeah, here she is, Heidi, our fan over here.
Yeah,
UPRN.
the super fan. Yeah, she's great. She's the best.
Well, I just got connected with a Heidi, strangely. She's going on the Jesse Marcel show, American Alchemy, because she has been doing telepathy, psychic telepathy tapes and what have you. And then she's connected to one of the people that I know on the alien implants, who I'm interviewing on the alien implants.
Oh,
If
fun.
she is, she's saying she's a super fan. So
She is. She is a super fan. She's a big fan of all of the UPRN in general, but she has her favorite shows.
I'm
And
going to look up UPRN now.
yeah, please do. But yeah, I can't tell you how much I appreciate my fans. And oh, it's Joe's birthday. Darn, I gotta
Oh my
send
god,
him
it's two of my best friends' birthday today as well.
oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
No, Joe, our Joe Montaldo, it's his birthday. I gotta send him a quick note.
Normal.
But
Okay,
so
got
happy
it. So
birthday
I
to
got
Joe.
it's UP Paranormal Radio and UFO podcast or something.
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay, great.
He's
Oh
the
yeah,
hash-
there you are. Got
Yep.
you. There you are. All right, that's cool.
That's us.
Love it. I know it. I love you, YouTube. It's amazing. I mean, I spend most of my time on YouTube rather than Netflix or anything else, to be honest with you.
For me, it's Prime, YouTube, and probably Instagram after that, just for the shorts and other things I like to. Because I use the Instagram to share other like-minded stuff and people I know and stuff like that. People I've interviewed, and it's like I share their content. So that helps, and it's nice. It helps get the followers up and all that fun stuff. But that's in order. That's probably me. Prime, YouTube, Instagram. I'm a boring individual. And then, when I'm not doing that, I'm editing. So
Oh, look. So, look, I'm on your channel and we're live. I can see us live on your channel. There you go. We're famous.
we're super famous.
We got one viewer.
We have
And it's
7
tiny.
according to my thing. So
Hey,
if you're on,
look at us.
yeah.
Well, look at us, buddy. We're making it.
We're
Fine. No, it's fine. Honestly, I do these things because it's not about the viewers or the fans. It's honestly like I went on to a podcast the other day and he was like, "Oh my God, Tim, I've spoken to, Keen, Leslie Keen. I've spoken to so many PhDs in the phenomena, and so now he's connecting me with some of these PhD people to talk to. So you never know who's connected to who. I mean, I'm learning information just talking to you. I didn't know aliens eat like pudding.
That's what John Lear said. Just,
Hilarious.
yeah.
That's
They just liquefy cow parts and rub it on like a salad.
cow ketchup.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but apparently it's clear when they get it. They refine it to such a degree it's like clear. And,
Jesus,
yeah.
that's amazing. Oh, but she says, Heidi, our superfan, says that UPRN streams to over 180 platforms or something.
That's true. Yeah, we're going out to a lot of different platforms right now.
Hey, we're syndicating, baby.
We are in our own little way, independent syndication. I love it. And we have a lot of radio listeners as well. So hello to our radio listeners.
I was on Coast to Coast actually. The other day,
fun. Fun.
With Ron. Oh my God, yes. This is interesting. Somebody just said about which is the ammonium smell people often report when I haven't heard about eating it. Yeah, the worldwide baby. Yes, no, the ammonium smell. I asked James Fox about that as well. That is interesting, isn't it? Why they smell of ammonia?
Yeah.
God, gross. Jesus.
Windex all day long. I mean, come on. That would be horrible.
Horrible. Yeah, apparently the hospital where they had the alien lying in the bed, because obviously the moment of contact, new documentaries come out by James Fox this week.
Right. Yeah. The alien with the red eyes.
Yeah, and apparently the smell was so bad, the whole wing or something of the hospital, like for a week or weeks later, was shut down or smelled of this ammonium smell.
Man.
Oh,
yikes.
Man.
Oh, that's that. I meant to say hi to Mish. Mish, welcome. Welcome to the chat. I haven't seen Mish on here in a bit.
Right.
So yeah, it's a crazy thing, and that's the byproduct. You rub cow in and you get ammonia out. Okay, that's weird.
Oh, we eat cows as well. We just don't liquefy them and
absorb it through our skin.
Rub them on our bodies. Not yet. Might be a good way to do it.
Maybe it's more efficient. Who knows? But
God.
oh
Yeah,
man,
no, the cattle mutilation, and I love Minda Moulton-Howe.
yeah,
Again, she is the OG,
yeah.
such a fantastic force, and I love her Antarctica deep research because there's
Oh
something going on in
yeah.
Antarctica. We don't know what it is. I think it's a reminiscence of an old Nazi base or something. Maybe they had an
Oh
agreement to stay down there.
yeah.
Maybe there is some UFO base there. Well, going back to the Fitbit release, um, there is a ring of soldiers walking around some kind of secret base down there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Okay, here's a question, Tim.
sure.
Which channels do you follow on YouTube, on Instagram, on X? Like who comes up for
Who?
you?
Wow. My top five or something like that.
Yeah, like top
Okay.
5 channels, people that you
Gosh.
follow.
I like Down the Rabbit Hole. That's David Salinas.
Down the rabbit hole.
Look at him. He's eclectic. He's relatively new, but he's popping, man. He's got his finger on the pulse. I like. Oh, I'm blanking on names now. Great, that's fantastic, Tim.
Sorry.
uh, um, George is on it. He's on that show with Jeremy.
Oh, weaponized.
Weaponized, I like weaponized. Yeah,
Good old Jeremy Corbell and my mate
yeah.
George Knapp. And I've met Jeremy, and I've done a little bit of a funny thing at Area 51 involving Jeremy. George Knapp. Okay, we love Jeremy.
Love George, love Jeremy.
Okay.
So yeah, that weaponized. Um, and there was a gosh, something catcher, not dream catcher. It's something else. Something catcher. Oh, that's driving me bonkers.
Sorry. Well, look,
No.
I'll quickly help for one guy who I've got into recently, UK-based guy, Casper Site. He just sits in his bedroom. He bangs out UFO kind of research. He's good. Like he's really focused on it. He's good. Obviously, UAP garb or something is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
He goes into like all of the secrets. He's very knowledgeable about the secrets.
Yeah.
Units and military visions and all that interesting stuff.
Tommy Cullum, gotta say Tommy. I like Eric Salaji too. I follow him.
Hold on.
And
Tommy Cullen. Eric who?
Eric Salaji. Spell Salaji, Heidi.
Yeah.
S-Z.
I'm dyslexic, so I wouldn't be-
Tommy's
Tommy kind of freaking podcasts like him too. Well, Heidi just said that.
yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, I also like Tommy. Tommy's good. He has at least 2 guests still in the week, and he has, through his guests and his own stuff, and his own experiences rather, he has an amazing story. Just amazing stories. He has his own amazing stories, and then his guests have just terrifying stories. Sometimes it's amazing. But Tommy's from not Dorchester. Is he in Dorchester?
English? He's English guy?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to check these guys out.
And then there's Eric Salaji, who's fantastic.
We don't know his name.
Sound that one out, man, because I'm going to mess up the spelling.
Yes. Heidi's on it. Heidi's on one. She's probably looking him up right now.
Yeah, she
Across the pond, LOL.
Yeah.
What's Heidi's deal then? Is she an experiencer?
She's an experiencer. She's also, would it be safe to say you're kind of a white light practitioner? Not white witch. I meant something. I'm just playing too much D&D. Mitty, what's your deal there?
Oh, she hasn't. She
hasn't
doesn't know
seen Eric's stuff. Oh, look up Eric's stuff. Yeah. Salaji, spelled SZILIGY. That's a guess.
Okay, we'll find him.
Yeah.
We'll find him.
His name of his podcast is Uncomfortable with a capital N. instead of a capital U.
Okay.
So
How
look
do
him
you
up.
know who Kim, who we were talking to about her podcast? We're going to go on her show as well, right? Is it Kim? Yeah,
Oh,
because
Cat.
Cat. Yeah, because
Cat
I'm
Ward.
doing the rounds at the moment. Cat, she seems cool.
She's awesome. You're gonna love her. She's great. She's really fantastic. She's also a paranormal investigator and an experiencer. Kind of goes hand in hand when you do paranormal investigation. But
Okay. Okay, so Tim, here's a question for you.
sure.
What's the most haunted place in America?
Ooh, tough
Building or region?
question. Tough question. The most haunted, the one with the most paranormal activity en masse, like and everything, UFOs, ghosts, cryptids, is probably the Appalachians.
The Appalachian Mountains.
Oh yeah, that whole range actually. There's a thing if you're out there, Tennessee, Kentucky area, and pretty much
Tennessee,
everywhere along that range, you
Kentucky.
don't whistle at night, and you don't answer one who says hello in the dark.
What?
Yeah,
What? Don't whistle at night?
yeah, exactly.
Appalachian Mountains. All right. I'll
Appalachian
look
Mountains,
that up.
yeah. Oh, okay. Heidi's a light worker. I couldn't
There she
remember
is.
how she
She's a
did
light
it.
worker. Of course
Yeah,
she is.
she's
Love
fantastic.
that. We love that energy work. That's nice. Yeah. I've got a group with psychics, very interesting psychics. People have come to try and find loved ones, to try and find people on the planet. I really want to get into meet some remote viewers. So if any remote viewers watching, please get in touch with Timmy, because I want to speak to some.
My partner in Scary, JJ Rose, she could help you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
JJ from
JJ Rose 777. That's her YouTube handle. But I can get you in touch with JJ. She's fantastic, and she can do. She's
something
helped
like
cops
that.
solve a couple of different things.
Well, yeah.
Actually.
So basically, yes. So my I was about to say that my psychic has literally been contacted by police and has solved, cases, missing person cases. It just comes to her, like it's insane. So yeah, so that's interesting.
I know a couple of people like that. JJ is one of them. The other one is she was featured on Child or Kid Psychics or something like that, some TV show
Oh
way
yeah.
back when. And she was in the first episode and the last episode. And her name's Vicky, and she is amazing. She just walks in the room and just gets the impression off everybody. It's a little frightening sometimes. So, but it's really impressive, really impressive work she does. I don't think she.
Helia was in the Appalachian Mountains.
Hellier, yeah, it was close to there. I remember they ventured toward the Appalachians. I don't know if they actually went there.
Love
Kids,
psychic
yeah.
kids, yeah.
Yeah,
Psychic
that
kids.
was
There's definitely something.
Yeah.
Well, actually, honestly, Tim, I have a house that I was told about during COVID. The people who I was staying with, they knew that this house that was haunted, and they had some kids stay. A family friend of theirs, the kids stayed, and the kids were talking to ghosts in the house multiple times.
crazy stuff.
I always wanted to go back and investigate this particular property. It was kind of up near the Sacramento area.
Oh, okay.
So I know the property's haunted, but yeah, so that's kind of on my bucket list, my paranormal bucket list.
Let me know. I'll go with you.
Exactly, yeah.
That'd be
But
great.
I mean, I think honestly, we would probably want to send in the kids and just like stay at the house and just see what happens, because
Put
apparently
a camera in the corner and watch them interact. That's a
yeah,
good
I mean,
idea. Yeah.
exactly, because apparently they were only talking to the kids or something. Stunning. I don't know. I'd have to get full details, but it's interesting.
If you want to go kids as far as cases go, the one that freaks me out the most is, and this was featured on one of those, on this day and this time, it was like an American Haunting or something like that. I can't remember the name of the show, but it takes place in Los Angeles, and there's this. I think she's a single mother, and she's got a little boy, and the little boy keeps talking to his imaginary friend. until one day she walks in. She kind of sneaks in and just to watch him, parents do. And there's something he's handing the imaginary friend a piece of candy, and the imaginary friend lives in the vent. And a hand comes out, and it is not human. It's reptilian like. It comes out,
What?
takes the candy, and then the mother what
I
freaks
see dead
and
people.
sends whatever it was skittering through the vents. And so
Very X-Files, that.
she calls the police. The police say, well, I mean, okay, maybe you mentioned it. I don't know, but we see no evidence of anything in there. There's a bunch of scratches in there, but that's probably rats. You sure it wasn't a rat? This thing had a hand, dude. It's about the size of my own kid. You know? It's like, okay. Wow. And she's insistent. She's passed polygraphs. It was
Oh, wow.
insane. So, and the kid barely remembers anything because he can't be bothered to recount his experience. But isn't that fascinating? That kind of harkens to the lizard people or the reptilians in the LA sewer system. And that was reported back in like the 20s and 30s. And in the newspaper, there was expeditions in the newspaper, in the LA Times. It's like, this guy is going after the lizard people in the sewer.
Sure it wasn't some of the homeless folk?
Yeah, well, I mean,
You
back
go
then it wasn't that
downtown
big of
LA.
a deal. Well, back then, back in the 30s, I don't think so. But I mean, as far as having, maybe he had a mutation, I don't know. But this thing had to be really small to fit into that vent.
Right.
So
Weird.
who knows?
Very it. Ah, interesting. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, no problem. Oh, only 40 more minutes left.
I got one more podcast to do after this.
Oh, you're inundated today. You mentioned that
fine.
before.
It's good. I enjoy it. I mean, I could talk about this stuff all day long. It's interesting.
Let's get back to your film. Let's get back to your current project. You're in the middle of putting it together. You're putting a teaser trailer together. Can you, for lack of a better term, I mean, you've said a lot about it already, but is there anything you can give us that we're going to, one, look forward to, and two, dive deep on our own before the movie comes out?
I'll tell you, I want to put one of these things inside my body.
Okay.
I want to put one of these alleged alien implants inside my body and just see what happens.
Okay.
Like, why not? We got to get to the bottom of this phenomena, right?
Yeah.
I want to go into, the hotspots. I'll tell you a big hotspot is Dugway Proving Ground.
Dugway, sure.
Dugway is some shit is going on up there, and it might be military. It might be that they've created scalar weapons up there. The huge beams of light are like shooting up occasionally from Dugway. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to X-ray many of the alleged abductees to see if we can actually find some more implants live. I've got, I'm doing my research into who these people are, and I've got access to a couple of them. So that's interesting.
Okay.
And then working out the isotopes. The isotopes is interesting, of the makeup of these objects. Since starting my research, which was only last week on this topic, I've been finding out that some of the isotopes in this material doesn't come from our solar system.
Oh, yeah, and some of them are artificial even, which is crazy.
And by the way, I don't know anything about isotopes. I have no idea how that is and works. So we got to educate the viewers, myself, on what an isotope is, how it's made. Apparently it's changed from a supernova, something with supernova activity. You can date objects according to the makeup.
Yeah, it's a radiological phenomenon. Yeah,
of isotopes. So that's interesting. Every day I'm learning new stuff because I'm, rather than writing this I've written this X-Files style TV show called Shadow State, but it's, I've got to try and pitch it into Amazon or Netflix or whoever is going to take it. It's like literally the hardest thing in the world to try and get a show done. It's impossible. So now I'm like, well, what? I don't want to just sit around just twiddling my thumbs. I want to get out into the field and start doing documentaries on the subject. Because I've also got an amazing network of people in the field now. And that's actually through my dear friend Dave Altman, who's a real connector. He works with the History Channel. He's worked with J.J. Abrahams and a whole load of different people. But he really knows his shit as well. Excuse me.
Yeah, he does. That's okay. Don't worry about it. You apologize. It's fine.
He knows. He really knows a lot of people. So working with him, working with people from Skinwalker Ranch. I've met the owner of Skinwalker Ranch.
What's his name? Brandon or something?
Yeah. He collects movie props. He loves movie props.
Fun.
He's got some amazing movie props. He's got like Terminator 2. He's a nice guy. He's cool. So actually, I'll be up in that part of the world because I'm obviously going to Sundance Film Festival with this doc. So I'll be up in Utah. Maybe I'll speak to Dave and see if Brandon wants to meet up again.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
He could fly out there with his brother's chopper. That'd be awesome.
Exactly.
Probably not, but
I love Skinwalker. That's a cool show. It's a cool show. I love Travis on that because Travis
Travis is
intellect. Good. He's an intellect.
Yeah, he is.
He knows his stuff.
He does, and it was interesting. They actually had a half of a falling out. I don't know if you followed that or not, but
I'm not caught up on the seasons yet. So
okay. Well, happened? I'm not really talking out of school, and you'll be able to catch up. But he was part of ATIP.
Yes.
Or Arrow. Oh crap! Which one is it?
I think it was ATIP. I think it was
ATIP, and he had to keep it secret. So he said some of his theories were based on ATIP research, and it's like, and people were questioning, how'd you come to that conclusion? It's like, I can't really tell you. Or he'd say, I just figured it out. But he finally was able to come clean once ATIP was revealed. But apparently it caused a little friction, and I think they even lost one of their guys who refused to be on the show anymore. So
because he was part of ATIP.
Because he was part of ATIP and he didn't tell them. It's like, dude, you trust me, man.
Well, I mean, look, these guys do have to sign NDAs.
Exactly right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And you have to respect that.
Yeah, you do, because they will come after you in a big bad way.
I feel what they're doing in Congress right now, and trying to pass legislation that gives whistleblowers immunity to some of these NDAs, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people that just want to come out and say what they know. I mean, I feel at this point it is coming out, so you may as well come out with it now. You can't just keep a secret.
I'm
particularly a secret of this magnitude that's so important in so many ways.
I do. I'm of the same mind. It's a little frustrating when they're the whistleblowers in front of Congress and they're saying, yes, I know about this or that or the other thing whenever they're asked about it, but I had to tell you in closed session. It's like, oh, come on. Really? I mean, it's pretty, you pretty much just answered a big yes to that question right there. So I don't know. I get they have to follow the protocol, but it's a little frustrating sometimes and a little counterintuitive in my personal estimation. But you gotta love George Knapp. Do you have any people you can tell me about? Yep. What's his name? CIA. It was great.
Oh, that's happened recently.
Yeah, recently. That was fantastic. Live for the world to see. Yep. Talk to him. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the work of Tim Pachette. Anna, what's her name? Anna, I forget. I've actually posted a character on her. She's amazing. Oh my God, I have to look her up now. She is.
Go ahead and look her up because I'm blanking too. I know you're talking about.
She's amazing. Yes, Anna Paula Luna. She's doing incredible work. They're all doing incredible work.
Yes.
All of them. There was another female. I mean, it's amazing what they're doing. I really hope I can get Shadow State made because it is a political thriller. And some of these amazing Congress people, I base characters on that
Oh,
because
good.
I want to, pay homage to all these incredible key people that have done their amazing work in bringing out the UFO truth.
I agree. They
And
should
put
be celebrated.
their neck on the line. And this is coming from a place of there's no bias in what I'm writing about. I'm just writing about what I know. Um, I've met many of the people in the field over the years as well. So yes,
That's very
Grush.
cool.
Yeah, Grush is obviously one of my characters, based on David Grush, loosely. So yeah, it's good work.
Who's
It's good work.
Burlinson? I'm drawing a blank on who that is.
Let's have a look. The other guy is. They've all done amazing work, honestly,
They really have.
and it's all it's ongoing.
Yes, it is. And
Yes,
we
Eric.
got-
Oh, yes. Sorry. Exactly. I'm glad we're naming these people. Eric Burleson's up there. He's been doing great work. Who's the other guy? Marco Rubio. Apparently,
Oh,
has been very
Rubio. Yeah,
key.
he's doing pretty good. Yeah.
He's been very key to getting the truth out there as well. Yeah, I mean, all of these people I greatly admire and respect. I really do. I loved him at Butcher because he's like Texas guy, just nice guy. They're all nice people, it seems,
They seem down to earth. I'll say that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What was I going to say? Anyway, that's always fun when that happens. When we talk about, again, going to Stephen Bassett's capital D disclosure, show us the aliens. Doug Nummett, I like that. That's like, I'm putting that up there. Well done, well done.
Who said that? Is that a quote?
That's
Somebody?
Extropian. Fantastic. Good stuff. And I agree. I mean, back in okay, let's just kind of rewind on the whole disclosure thing. It was 47 when we had the Roswell crash, right?
Correct.
And then we have misinformation, but it sparks a ton of not only independent but big production sci-fi and / horror things like the aliens are like the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah.
Classic example.
Brilliant. Love that movie.
Me too. Great movie. And it's I think indicative of whether it was what do they call that, where they feed you a specific narrative in the form of entertainment, and then that's really the truth kind of thing. Programmed something. I can't remember now. If anyone knows that term, put it in the chat. Day of the Triffids.
Day of the Triffids. Hold on a minute. Let's see that one.
That's a new one.
No, the Day of the Triffids. I feel I know that one.
It's an older one. Is that the one with the little bug guys?
1962.
Is that the little bugs? Or
God, it would be so good to remake some of these old UFO movies.
be
man.
yes, that would be.
I really wanted to remake the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, but apparently it's already been done. It's already in development. Oh,
No
look,
kidding.
they did it the Day of the Triffids remake in 2009. Yeah, so they've already done the remake.
Extropian predictive programming. That is the word. Thank you. And of that, so planets. 50-foot women around. That's true. They're not. A little bit of special effects, though. You can make that happen pretty easily. Was it Day of the Triffids? That's a new one on me too. I have to admit I don't know it. I think it has something to do with bugs, though, right? Or big bugs?
I'm going through it now. Yeah, it's interesting.
Plants like it. Oh, is this the walking trees that kind of crawl around? And yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. If that's the one. Oh, that's messed up. I saw that too. Like some Saturday matinee on television. Yes. Okay, that is the one. The walking trees. Oh, that was messed up. That did scare me as a kid too. Good times.
Yeah, I mean, I just, they just don't make them like they used to anymore. It's
They
annoying.
sure don't. But I'm sorry, going back to my earlier point, we have 47, the real thing happens, and then all this potentially predictive programming. I wouldn't say it's all there, but I think it was more, at least from the artist's perspective, as far as the directors and stuff like that. I think it was their way of saying we're asking questions, and they're really good questions. Why don't we have really good answers to them? Saying it's pure security, and why would they think based on a 1930s radio show of all things that we're still going to panic the way we were if we did know what was going on? I mean,
Well, I mean, I suppose it's slow disclosure, isn't it? I mean, that they've
yeah,
slowly, the ETs have been slowly showing themselves over many centuries. And let's not forget, there's probably many species. I mean, it
yeah,
looks as though they have different agendas as well. It looks as though there might even be some kind of protective species protecting our planet from being visited by other extraterrestrials. I mean, you have to think, right? The
yeah,
the the universe is so insanely big, like
yeah.
billions of galaxies and trillions of stars, right?
Oh yes,
So let's say the ET races that are here, they might not even know these other guys who are coming in from from a billion light years away.
right,
Like
right, right.
they must be like, who the hell are these guys? So yeah, so who knows what's going on? I mean, literally, this is why we're doing our best to try and figure it all out,
Yeah,
or at least part of it out, or do the best we can. And that's why I'm getting into the alien implant stuff, because that's something that could potentially lead to some type of communication. Honestly,
that makes a
um,
lot of sense, especially if they're using radio frequencies to get the information from their subjects.
yeah, I don't think it's radio frequencies.
I thought you
Um,
said there was a hertz
Some
involved.
of them, yeah, some of them. Apparently, there was a radio frequency detected in one of the implants, and it was
Uh,
like communicating on a kind of like a satellite band, radio
right.
band, or
And that was
something.
back in the 70s or something, right?
But one of the other people said, why would they be working with the radio bands? Um,
Yeah.
again, frequency. But again, I mean, all of this has got to be kind of worked out. Um, Trying to figure it out. That'd be nice. That's why it'd be good for me to go and find new implants, new potential people that might have implants. Do X-rays. Once we've got the X-rays, try and get them out, and then do analysis on these new
Yeah.
devices, implants,
And then have them reimplanted in you and see if it
and
takes.
then have one implanted in me, and then see what happens. And I'll be out. I'll
Oh,
probably at
man.
that point come out. Yeah, like no, Mount Rainier, Mount Adams in Washington is
Oh,
one of the
sure.
places we've identified as a hotspot based on sightings and population. That seems
Yeah.
to be, and also obviously it's nice because it goes full circle. Mount Rainier was the first place
Yep. I
that,
was just going to say
yeah, so that's a nice
1952.
little homage to good old Mount Rainier. But
Yeah.
also, a lot of these UFOs are seen around mountains as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Shasta, Mount Shasta here in
I
California.
mean, I personally love
Huge.
Mount Shasta. I've
Oh, yeah.
never been. I'm really wanting to go up there, and I will at some point. Um, yeah. So
It could be. Oh, extropium brings up an interesting point. I'll put it up there. Some kind of psychic connection that can save the craft.
hey, look at that.
Yeah, it
Even
could be. Yeah, I mean that's as viable a theory as any I guess. Um, certainly make sounds plausible. But I mean to have I don't know when we tag our animals here on Earth, and sometimes we use the radio frequency for tracking. Other times it's just sample collection. Like we'll tag them, walk away for a bit, and then pick
tag
them
him
up
and bag
again.
him.
And tag them and bag them, exactly.
Tag him and bag him.
But I mean, we take all kinds of samples from them when we pick them up
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. No, honestly, um, at this point, I feel we are a giant zoo to an ET race, right? And what do we do when we go out into the wild and find exotic animals? We tag them, we follow them, we microchip them, we tag whales, we study their paths, whether it's flight or underwater.
Hmm.
And that's pretty much we do actually capture them and eat them.
This is true. We tagged that
So,
one, but that one's free range.
so you can't blame the ETs; they're just hungry. Um,
Oh
yeah,
man, that was well. Now speaking of that, I mean, it was, and I think Linda Moulton Howe actually cracked this. I
we
think
love
to
Linda. I can't wait to meet her one day, Linda.
yeah, it'd be fun. I hope she's around when I get to meet her. I mean, hope I get to meet her soon. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But I think it was her or someone very close to her, but around Dulce, New Mexico, where a lot of this
right.
activity was.
Yeah.
There was a few humans that were found to be in similar conditions
Oh my
with
god.
similar parts missing,
Jeez.
which is messed.
What? So they had no blood left in them and stuff.
No blood left of them. They were missing their lips. Their
Oh
butts
my
were cored
god.
out. Oh my
Well, mate,
god!
if you ever find me in that state, you'll know why.
you know what happened. You put the chip in your arm, and you were suddenly on their list.
Yikes.
Mish, thanks for joining us, man. Have a good rest of the day. So yeah, but that was happening to humans, and from what I understand, it happens still sporadically
Yeah. Well, that's
somewhere in the
that
Southwest.
could be just one of these species,
Yeah,
doing
could
their little bit, not. So again, there's probably many species, many creatures, many different dimensions at this point.
Sure.
Who knows what's doing what? We could just be a huge entertainment,
Could be.
high level entertainment for a lot of these people. We could be characters in a virtual simulation.
Could very well be.
You know, this whole planet and world could be a test. It could be a huge test.
Well, if you
Going
believe
back
in
to Robert Lear, he talked about us being containers for the soul,
the soul, yeah, that's
you know,
intriguing, isn't it?
and where the soul goes after this. So we all have to be good people on this planet, I tell you.
That's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
Beat that heat, Mish. We'll take care. We'll talk to you soon. Sorry, Mish is leaving in the chat there. What was I going to say? Oh, crap. I said by the Mish and I lost my train of thought. Oh, well. Que sera. Oh, I know what I was going to say. So you probably saw my little ad for TOL, the book series. That's also the thing I just filmed. Was
Okay.
kind of a concept episode for that show.
Gotcha.
And in the book series, there's an alien component, and what I basically based that on was, okay, so we have Earth, and mankind's kind of the apex person or apex creature, but we have all these other creatures around. What if they're the apex on their planet, and so on and so forth? So every species has a lesser developed cousin somewhere, and something else like squirrels, I don't know, are in charge of one planet, spiders in charge of another, bats in charge of another, that kind of thing. So, and I even have one where there's a coalition of like 4 of them kind of came up together, and it was something akin to the Sasquatch, which I call Renaud. I have this dinosaur-like raptorish creature called a Hylepsis. I have a badger creature called a Taxe, and an octopus creature called
What are these?
Hepalac.
Where are these creatures? What in a
In my
writing
book.
in
Yeah.
your book?
In my
Yeah.
books, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and those 4 that I just mentioned inhabit the same planet. So sometimes it happens that 4 creatures come up. Anyway, I was just having fun with random numbers and stuff like that, random developments. But yeah, it was. So I think that theory may actually carry, because what do we have in our alien mythology? Reptilians, insectoids, and then whatever the great people are, Nordics that look very much like us.
I feel the grey aliens are biological AI,
Yeah.
AI be, what is it, a being, or because they don't have any sexual reproduction.
Yeah, the little ones don't. But if you
Yeah,
look at the big ones, apparently
yeah,
that's who created the little ones.
yeah, exactly. And then there are two
Yeah.
cool ones. Yeah, um,
Yeah, drones. You can say drones, extropian. I can't talk tonight. But sorry, I'm looking at the chat.
yeah.
But there's, I mean, I think the theory that I developed from my book actually holds water in the real world, you know, such as it is. But I think it's very intriguing that we do have, historically even, chiefly those four types of aliens. And there's others out there. I've seen the tall whites myself personally from Carl, blank, I want to say Carl Weathers. Well, that's not it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I plan to share it to you. Oh, thank you so much. I thank you, Heidi, for sharing that. I appreciate that. Send me something to share. Oh yes, Heidi, I will do that for you immediately after the show. You may have to remind me again. Sorry. Side note. Okay, but anyone out there, help me. Carl, he saw the tall whites. He was Air Force. He worked out at the weather station. This is post-Vietnam era. Anyway, anyone knows that. But do you know that story, Tim?
I do not.
Oh, fascinating. Well, he saw this specific group, species, and there were like a ton of them out there, and the Air Force brass knew about them being out there. And basically, it was if you run into them, just stay away, do what
Hello.
they say, and do not report it officially. Keep us
Where
in the
was
loop
this?
with this.
Where was this?
This is in. Oh gosh, he was like Utah area, an Air Force base in Utah. There's a couple of them there, and that's a rough recollection on my part. I have to admit, but
Well, I'm off to Utah this weekend for the Sundance Film Festival. So
oh, fantastic!
if I
That's
run
great.
into any tall
whites.
whites,
Well, the funny thing is, he says,
don't say anything.
Exactly. Charles Hall, thank you so much, Extropy. Man, you got it
Nellis,
down.
Nellis Air Force
It was at
Base.
Nellis. Okay,
God.
gotcha. Was
All
that
these
Nellis?
all these
Yeah.
happening between Nellis, Vandenberg, they're all happening at these Air Force bases.
Yeah, Air Force bases in the desert. In that very dry, arid, high desert area. Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you for that, Extropy. So Charles Hall saw these specific creatures called the tall whites. In fact, I might be able even to bring up a picture of them. And what they were kind of a weird to look at them. They were kind of a weird crossbreed between the tall Nordics that look human, but Finnish or something, and tall grays, because they have the big almond eyes, right? And their hair was kind of like fishing line, really, really dull. Not dull, but blondish and platinum. But didn't quite look like hair. Looked more like fishing line. So it was
Weird.
yeah, very crazy. So yeah, this is from his book, and I'll bring this up right now. If I can bring it up, I may have to collapse one of your things here. Not the guest. Oh my God, no! I just want to. Nope, want to remove it. It is not cooperating. Sorry. Kick from studio, ban from studio, edit name. No, I just want to close that out. Okay. Interesting. I can't find my thing on here. That's embarrassing.
That's fine.
Anyway,
I mean,
so
any final bits to cover?
not per se, but anyway, I did see these guys for myself, which is weird. I mean, I didn't expect to, but I did, and I didn't know what they were until I heard the Charles Hall story. It was that happened in like 2002 here out in California at the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Look that up. it's kind of a crazy place in and of itself. And apparently the story goes
On the
that's where
boardwalk.
they take these guys, is to places where they could blend in, being weird looking and all that stuff. Vegas,
Right, second to Venice Beach.
yeah, Venice Beach, Vegas, Times Square. They blend right in.
Downtown LA. Why not?
Well, yeah, you got a right spot in LA, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It was interesting.
good.
So, Charles, sorry, I was stuck on him. Tim, you're Tim. Let the audience know where we can see your film and see your current stuff. If you have a roster, a website, anything like that, please share away.
Yeah, no, I've got theageofcommunication.com. You've got some information there on communication, the different types of communication, covering from everything from crop circles to spectrum analyzers, infrareds, again, alien implants is going to be a big part of this doc. We're trying to create a electromagnetic device in a large area of land to try and change the electromagnetic field a little bit to see if we can get some kind of activity going for that. And then working with people like David Mason, who's invented technology to beam and receive light and wave files. But yes, I will have this trailer done for this new documentary on alien implants literally this weekend. So that was probably going to start going out on various platforms and what have you. And people can contact us through the website, and we're open to hear from anybody really on the topic, around, if anybody thinks that they might have an alien implant, for example, that'd be good. Yeah.
Well, give the website one more time and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, it's called theageofcommunication.com.
Ageofcommunication.com. Everyone, check that out for sure. He's got a trailer coming up, so maybe I don't know if there's a sign up or a sign in for that type of thing, or notifications going out.
Yeah. No, I think we got to tweak the website a little bit, but
Okay.
it's pretty much all there.
Okay.
All the people we're looking to talk to. Yeah. So it's going to be good. It's going to
If
be
you
an
want any
exciting
further
year.
help from a fellow filmmaker, I'm available. Just let me know.
And Tim's there as well, exactly. And Heidi's going to check it out. So
And Heidi's going to check it out as we fan all of them.
Of course she is.
Sorry?
Of course she is.
Yeah, absolutely she will be. It'd be great to have her
Heidi.
there. She's a great supporter, and she brings a lot of support with her too. So, Tim, thank you so much for being on the show and
Pleasure.
sharing everything and talking with us about different things.
Pleasure. It's been good.
Fantastic. So I'm going to put you in the green room. Hang on for a little second while I wrap the show, and then we'll talk a little bit after you're done.
All right, buddy. Thanks, mate. Bye, guys.
So,
Thanks so much. All right.
Hang in there for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Tim Sudano. This has also been Paranormal Insight. Big gratitude and thanks to all of you watching and listening. And as always, we'll see you next week. Take care and have a great rest of the week. If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to discuss on the show, please email us at paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com. That's paranormal.insight.podcast@gmail.com.